Hi, this is Gwen Fisher, introducing Module 1.2, What is Total Worker Health? The agenda for this module is as follows. First, I will provide a definition of total worker health. Second, I'll provide just a brief background about total worker health, although to be honest, this will be relatively brief because the Anchor and colleagues article about total worker health and total worker health interventions. Learning objectives for Module 1.2 include the following. By the end of this module, you should be able to define total worker health, explain why a total worker health approach is important and can be beneficial, identify issues related to employee privacy and wellness. So what is total worker health? You might be a student in the Total Worker Health Certificate Program. You may be an occupational medicine physician who practices occupational medicine and is working within a total worker health framework, or you may be. In the article by Kent Anger and colleagues, they define and describe total worker health, provide background about the origins of the total worker health concept, spend a bit of time explaining why total worker health is important, and then they go on to describe. The next article in this module was by Terry and discusses employee privacy specifically with regard to wellness programs. I chose this article and assigned it, one, to bring some literature from public health to a course in occupational psychology. Few things to think about. How do the issues that are raised in this article by Terry relate to your work? Secondly, based on this article, what recommendations do you have for how we can develop? Okay, moving on to the third and final article for this module. This module provides a recent description of state policies as well as supporting worksite wellness programs. I chose this article simply to provide a very different perspective, again, from what we would typically think about. This model is a socio-ecological model that, starting at the bottom in orange, describes or points out that there's an individual, a person who has a variety of knowledge, attitudes, and skills. And those knowledge, attitudes, and skills. So that concludes what I wanted to talk about in Module 1.2 to provide just a brief background about total worker health. And then in the next module, we'll begin to talk about and provide an introduction to occupational